A Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, Episode 1, titled The Hedge Knight, truly asks the question, what does it mean to be a knight? And for show only, don't worry, we are only talking about Episode 1. We all agree Dunk is not a name for a knight, so it was great by the end of the episode, we find him find his name, Sir Duncan the Tall. But how he got there was truly a tragedy as we see him in the opening scene have to bury the knight who he was squiring for, Sir Arlen of Pennytree. As the rain falls, as the tears fall, this is the man who's essentially been raising him since he was a small child. And where the show differs from the books, they did a great job incorporating flashbacks so we can see a little bit more of the relationship between Sir Duncan and Sir Arlen. Because since we only get everything from Dunk behind me, we get the best of Sir Arlen. We get how this man helped raise him, teach him the ways, teach him everything he could. But seeing in the flashbacks how many times he was knocking little Duncan upside the head, he was like, okay, maybe a little less. And then later on in the episode showing their travels and showing how Sir Arlen was kind of just ignoring little Dunk. But can you really blame him? Because sometimes small children just be talking for no reason. Yeah, be quiet. Another great departure from the books was showing how Dunk came to the conclusion like, hey, I'm not gonna sell these horses. I'm gonna keep them. I'm gonna be a knight and I'm gonna join the tourney at Ashford. Because all that happens in his head, he doesn't have anyone to talk to. There's just horses there. And a Robin. Let's not forget about the Robin. But you know, this is TV. We gotta do a little talking out loud. So he's talking to the horses. He's talking to his friends. And I'm happy he does. So now he can go out and be the knight we know he can be. But the knight we hope he can be. We hope, you know, he's good enough. Because throughout the episode, every time he tells somebody, yeah, I'm a knight and I'm gonna go out and win this tourney and be the bestest and show everyone what a true knight is, they just look at him. They look at him a little sad. Because anybody who read those thick behind books or watched those great TV shows, you know the trappings of power are important. It's brought up throughout the episode. Look poor, the robe is tattered, he's wearing farmer clothes, shoot, the sword and shield, not even his. Old adage I remember from my college sport days, look good, feel good, play good, and he's not looking or feeling good. At the end, on the way to the tourney, he meets Egg, the bald-headed rapscallion who's using all those fancy words to get our man Dunk a little confused. Tries to convince Dunk to be a squire. Dunk says no. Dunk goes to the tourney. At the end of the episode, we see that Egg has returned. Set up camp, damn near burning fish, but he was able to set everything up in a good way, and Dunk's like, you know what? I'm gonna let you join my squad. And one of the good things I think we can all see, Dunk says, hey man, I'm gonna make sure you got food, clothes, and protection, and all those things are things Dunk can't even afford for himself, but he's willing to do this for this young man. He sees this young man and says like, hey, he don't got nothing in this world. I ain't had nothing in this world until somebody gave me a chance. So he's willing to give Egg a chance. That last convo they have when they see the shooting star, that was great because in the books, all that happened in Dunk's head when he saw the shooting star and was like, hey man, that's luck for just me because all the other knights are in their little fancy quarters. But Egg was the one that brought that up, but instead of telling Dunk that, hey, the luck is ours alone, he let Dunk come to that conclusion by himself. So we are seeing that great bonding forming. That was a lot of bondings I said. That was probably too many. One of the next hardest things was Dunk trying to convince everyone he is a knight. He deserves to be here. He has the sword and the shield and the horse to prove it. One of the first people he has to prove it to is Plumber, the master of games for the tourney. Our man was tasked by Lord Ashford to not let any hedge knight, landed knight, any rapscallion come around trying to join the tourney. Seeing how Dunk is dressed and how he's presenting himself, it's easy to see why you would tell him no, sir. But our man Plumber can see how honest of a guy Dunk is, and that's one of the things that's gonna happen throughout the episode. He's just too honest. He ain't got no fancy words. He's not trying to play any of these fancy Iron Throne games. He's just trying to do a little better for himself, trying to make a little bit of a name for himself so he can take care of himself. Plumber keep it kind of real and say, hey man, if you know any other knight or lord that's here that will vouch for you, you can be in this tourney. He back out here venturing, trying to find a lord. He thinking, oh man, what about the knight Dondarrion, Sir Manfred Dondarrion? You know, Sir Arlen had fought for his pops in a war that root out a vulture king. So if he remembers Sir Arlen, maybe he remember him and maybe he can vouch for Dunk can be in this tournament. At first, did he find Sir Manfred Dondarrion? No, but he found two ladies of the evening who are cruising with Sir Manfred. One thing we learned about Sir Manfred is he has a thing for redheads. He wants to turn the Seven Kingdoms full of bastards with that fiery hair. First, when I saw the lady way on the other side right there, I'm like, man, that's a bad red wig. Wow, that looks horrible. God damn, come on, Night of the Seven Kingdoms. Turns out it's just a wig. Sir Manfred paying and he want to see the red hair, he gonna see the red hair. But they say Sir Manfred's, he's deep in his cups, drunk as hell, and will not be seeing anybody. And they make fun of our man Dunk, and it was unnecessary. Dunk will see him later in the episode, and they still razzing him because he's still trying to find Sir Manfred. He just essentially tell him like, look, you don't gotta make fun of me, just don't help me. I'm just trying to find him. I'm just trying to be the best knight I can be. And even they see like, damn, this man just an honest young man. He just trying to make it out here like we trying to make it out here. So they be a little nicer to him, and he wins some more people over to his side. All right, Sir Dunk. All right. We see some nice training in the training yard, and he sees Sir Stefan and his squire Raymond, who is his little cousin, out here training. Sir Stefan, you can obviously see, is a little bit of a jerk. Not a little bit, a lot of bit. Even turns around and tries to challenge Dunk, who is just trying to find someone to vouch for him so he can join the tournament. Even Raymond's like, hey man, come over here, help me out, beat up on my cousin. This man's a mean jerk poopy head. First, Sir Raymond feel bad about trying to convince Dunk to fight his battles for him and like, hey man, sorry about that. Why don't I take you over to a party, a shindig going on? They end up in the tent of Lord Lionel Baratheon, throwing a party, and gotta say, got one of the best nicknames in all of A Song of Ice and Fire, the Laughing Storm. And based on how he's throwing it down at this party, you can definitely see why he is a relative of Robert Baratheon. Come on now, you see it, I see it, we both sees it. I got some questions about why he's wearing a crown with antlers, but that's for another day. But I do agree with him with this. When he saw Sir Duncan just standing over there, slouching over, he called him over. It's like, hey, what you doing here? You got something you want to give me? Because you either came here to pay homage and, you know, hook me up with something new, or you came here because you some type of spy trying to get me. Because ain't no one so big as yourself being dressed like a peasant will just be showing up. Sir Duncan looked like a spy at this party. We all got to agree on that. I agree on that. I guess that's my own point, but I agree with my point. Dunk does it again, being honest with him like, hey, I don't got nothing to give you. He was there for food, but anybody who's watching this, I feel like would have been worried, was Dunk going to give away one of his horses? As he talks about at the beginning of the episode about, what if I just sell one of my horses, get a little money, get a little bread, get on the come up? If he did have anything to pay homage to the Baratheon here, it would be one of his horses. He like, hey, I ain't got it. I'm here for the food. Is we good? And the two were good. They had a whole flea bottom shuffle, boy. They was having a good time. Wearing a crown was talking to Lionel Baratheon like, hey man, I'm worried about this. All these other knights here, they've been trained by the best. I'm just a guy trained by a hedge knight trying to make it. You think I can do it? And he was like, I told him the truth. Probably not. We probably don't got the sauce, kid. It didn't help that when he finally saw Sir Manfred Dondarrion that he was like, listen, I don't know who you is. I don't know who Sir Arlen the Penetree is. I'm not gonna put my name on the line to help you out one bit, no way, no how. And that's one of the ladies of the evening next to him that we saw early in the episode. She was looking like, oh, but he one of my favorite knights now. Don't do little Dunk like that. It's okay to do him like that for now because we saw Sir Duncan be able to make different allies. From a potential squire turn into a squire, from another squire, from a lord, for some ladies of the evenings. I think they all looking at Duncan like, I want you to do good, kid. I want you to make it. Overall, this was a great episode, and I think we're gonna have a fun time in this season learning about what does it truly take to be a knight. And let's talk more about all this knighthood stuff, figuring out stuff, and especially the Ashford chair. I don't think they should do that to anybody. Go to the comment section, let me know what you think about the Ashford chair. Like this video, favorite the video, and then follow your boy and we can talk more about a Knight of the Seven Kingdoms. Cause we got to watch